Hi folks, I got a really brief video here today I want to show you. It's just something that's I'm so excited about it that it's not hardly long enough to bother making a video, but I'm so excited about using it. Been using it for about 6 months now, and it works so great that I just wanted to share it with you. We've all seen, a trend on advertising. Everybody's going toward natural deodorants and all this, all over body deodorants and all that stuff. It's like it's some new great big thing. Well, for years, many years, I got very sensitive skin, and for me, don't tell anybody. I'm supposed to be tough, but anyway, I got really sensitive skin, and antiperspirants. I haven't been able to use antiperspirants for decades now because they make me break out. And I've been having to be really careful with what kind of just plain deodorants I have to use. And even there, it seems like ever so often, no matter what I'm using, I start to break out and I have to go off of it again. And people around me seem to notice when I don't wear any deodorant. So anyhow, I came across this recipe for this. It's all natural. It's all food-based. And believe it or not, it works. It doesn't cause me any problems whatsoever. You can use it on any part of your body. And it's totally safe. It's totally food-based. It's all natural. There's no plastic to throw in the garbage, into the landfill and all that. So all the greenie people out there should be happy about that. So anyway, I'm going to show you really quick how we do it. It's a very simple process. It uses three things that you probably got in your house already. The base for it is coconut oil, which I don't know if you're familiar with coconut oil or not. It's an oil that actually becomes almost like semi-solid at room temperature. It's still a little bit gushy there, but it's almost solid. When it gets up around 90 degrees, it'll start, it'll just be liquid, and that's about it. But we use coconut oil for the base. We use cornstarch for a dryer, and we use baking soda for the deodorant part of it. And when you mix the three together, the coconut oil has enough moisture in it to dissolve the others, and it just does wonders. So we're going to start out here. I'm going to dump this in. This is a quarter of a cup. When I found this, it was in milliliters and all that stuff, and I had to change it over. But this is a quarter of a cup of coconut oil. So we're going to put that all in there. Get every last drop out of there. There we go. And this is not rocket science. You don't have to have exact measurements. It's not gonna, blow up in your face if you get it wrong or whatever. We've got a quarter of a cup also of baking soda. We're just gonna dump that in there. And I got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now the people that I saw made this said that if you have a sensitivity to cornstarch, you might want to cut it back a little or whatever. If you want a little more drying, you could try increasing it a little. Play with it. Your pH and everything is different than everybody else's. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in there, and I'm going to grab something to stir that with. Now we're just going to stir that till it's really all incorporated. Just kind of like making deviled eggs here. Now after you stir this, get everything totally wet. You don't want any dry particles. You want everything completely incorporated. I like to let it sit for the better part of a day before I actually jar it up or try to use it. See how it's getting thicker now. That's what we want. You want it thoroughly mixed. There we go. Now, as it sets up, it'll set up. It'll get a little bit solider. And I like to just let it do that before I try to use it on my pits. That right there is enough to do one armpit. I mean, that tiny little bean-sized glob, and it it's not an antiperspirant. It won't keep you from perspiring, but it does seem like, probably because of the cornstarch, it does seem to absorb moisture. You don't get the big wet armpit as bad as you would without anything, and it totally does away with odor. My wife didn't even realize that I had switched from a commercial and our deodorant to this stuff. I just when I got ready to mix it up this morning, she said, "Oh, have you used that before?" I've been using it for at least 6 months now. So anyway, it's very good stuff. It's very easy on the skin, and nobody's going to be offended by it. And like I say, that little bit right there will go a long ways. I like to take it then when I get it all mixed up. This is a half pint jar, I believe. Just regular canning mouth, so you can put this on it, or like that's what I've been using it in. This is it's an old lotion container, and that'll work great too. Anything you want to be able to get your finger to the bottom, I would say you can get it out and use it. But all you do is just take that little bit and just rub it in completely. Just like that. It'll dry, you won't feel a thing. You'll stay dry, you'll stay good smelling, and hey, that's my tip for today. Try it, you're gonna love it. Thanks, like and subscribe. We'll see you later. God bless you. Bye-bye.